start with Max Bowman.
What do you like about the fit with you and Tyler and Lucas on the line here practicing with today?
I think got some good speed there. Can win those battles on the board and just try to create some. And interesting because I haven't played much of them, so we'll see.
How long does it usually kind of take you to feel like you have kind of a sense for what guys want to do when you're on the line with them? Feel for all that?
It usually takes a bit, but I mean, I've seen them play now, right? So I mean, even if I'm sitting a bench and they're playing, I kind of see how they play together, how they read off each other. So I've seen at least some tape, like real game time situations, how they react, and so that should be no problem for tomorrow.
Last couple of games you've had kind of more success in the face-off circle. Is that kind of a part of the game you've been working at a lot?
Yeah, I've been all year last year, and especially summer and now beginning. Preseason went well, and then as soon as it started, I kind of got into it down a bit the first few games and just try to battle through it and get it going again, because it's really important to have the puck possession.
Have you found kind of something that's working for you, I guess?
Yeah, it's just going a bit back to basics and not try to overthink it. Just concentrate on your stuff when the puck gets dropped and be over the dot.
Next, we'll go to Zoom. Alex.
Thanks, Kyle. We'll continue with Ansar Khan.
Yeah, hi, Pius. I think you mentioned before that you played with Bertuzzi a little bit in Guelph. Just what is it like playing with a guy like that to with his stick and the way he hounds pucks? I mean, how much can he help his line mates?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be close because he's going to win those battles and get those pucks back. So you'll be in a position once he gets it, he can, make a play, get open so you can create some offense right away or get to the net. So I think that's really important playing with him.
And Jeff had mentioned that he's happy with your play overall despite the production. Just how would you assess your first 11 games here? Production, and is it difficult or do you have to try not to press for offense and at the expense of your defensive game?
Yeah, for sure. I want to be an overall player, and it's production hasn't been what I and the team would like to be. I think early on the chances were there, missing kind of backdoor tap ins, and so it's just been kind of a grind in that regard. And you don't want to jump too much to offense because it's still important you don't get scored on and don't hurt the team. So if they don't score and it's not going, just make sure to still be a help to the team and not give anything up defensively.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Kevin Allen.
Hey, thanks for doing this. Last night, the Red Wings only got 15 shots on goal, and after the game, Jeff Blash was talking about there were some opportunities when the team should have shot, and they did. And it's kind of easy to say, well, just shoot more, but it's really not that easy. I understand. What is it that prevents teams from getting a shot on goal? Is it just passing up shots when they should take them, or you're not getting in good enough position to take a shot? Like, what kind of holds teams back from shooting more than they do?
I think if it's a lot of times when you get stuck on the boards, rimming it out, and that's some good block shots there as well. I think we probably had a bit more shots than 15, but I think it's important just if it's that rough, just to maybe sometimes put it in the goalie's feet and get the guy in front and create something like that. So maybe opens up something else. I think it's just important sometimes just to throw it there, and I think we'll do a better job of that.
And when you look at the Red Wings this season offensively, you guys have had some games where you've scored plenty, and then you've had a bunch of games where you just seem to struggle to find the net. How would you explain what's the difference in the way you're playing in the games where you score a lot versus the ones where you don't?
I think it's just taking advantage of the chances. Sometimes if you look at some games we didn't score, we scored a lot. You kind of had the same chance, same positions. It just sometimes don't put it in. I think that's one thing. And yeah, sometimes it just goes a bit more your way, and that's, like I said before, you gotta, if it's not going, you kind of maybe just put in the feet of the goalie and hope, for a rebound or something close by there, and yeah, just keep doing it and keep going.
Thanks for your time.
Next, go to Ted Colfin.
Guys, how do you sense the confidence of this team right now? I mean, you go from a week ago when you guys were, played against Washington and Florida, you played a couple of strong games to where you guys are, a couple of tough losses this week. Is there still a good sense of confidence or optimism around the team? And what do you guys need to do just to not let it snowball?
I think just go back to basic and remind yourself what we did before, how we won those games, and not think about it too much. It goes so quick. Like you said, 1 week ago, in a week, it could be completely different situations again. So I think it's just to remind yourself of those good games and kind of blend out the other ones, and just kind of stick to what each guy can do well, and don't try to do anything too crazy.
When you have so many games on the schedule like that, is that a good thing or a bad thing when things aren't going great? I mean, is it good to just go out there and, maybe turn it around really quick with the game tomorrow night, stuff like that, or not a lot of practice time either?
I know, but you don't have enough time to think about it too much, so you can just kind of forget about a game and you got to focus on the next one. So it always depends how it goes after, right? Sometimes it's good. You can just turn around. Sometimes, maybe you need a day, but it's a lot of games in this stretch right now, and it's going to be for next 2 weeks as well. So just got to focus on playing and each game and take the good with you and learn from the bad, and then just play.
Thanks for this. I appreciate it.
All right, those are all the questions we had for today. That'll be
Thanks,
all for
guys.
us. Thanks everyone for joining us.